Hi everybody, this is Rob James from Mirror Souls here to talk to you about the song Back Where We Started From. It's part of an ongoing series to take a deeper look at our songs and the introspective quotes that inspire them. Back Where We Started From is inspired by a quote that says, sometimes the only way to move forward is to go back to the beginning. And the idea is many times things just get broken in a way that you have to go back to the core of why you did them to begin with. What inspired you to begin with? Why did you fall in love with somebody to begin with? What made you want to play guitar to begin with? And we get lost in life so many times. It's like following a trail and you sort of slip off the trail, and sometimes you can get yourself back on the trail the short way, and then there's other times where you really have fallen so far off track that you've really fundamentally forgotten why you got on that trail to begin with. And so it's talking about that concept and the challenges of making such a big decision. It's almost a courageous moment, and where you do the hard thing and really hit the reset button and sort of cut bait, if you will, on the path that you're on. Go right back to the beginning and reconstruct your purpose. Another way to look at it is, an analogy like a kitchen reno, where maybe you can get that kitchen where you want to get it by placing the countertop and a new backsplash and maybe some new appliances, but maybe not. Maybe this really does need to be taken right down to the bone. Walls need to be removed, and just like in that analogy, that's very disruptive to your life. It's very expensive. It almost has an element of courageousness to it, and so this touches on the concept of making that hard decision and going back to the real beginning, and redesigning and rebuilding what you're doing based on those original motivations and your original aspirations that you had in mind at the time. Musically, Back to Where We Started From almost has a contradiction to it. If you think about a situation where things are so broken that you feel like you have to go back to the start, that's pretty negative stuff. Now, the reason the music is sort of actually fairly uplifting and fairly positive, and it's in a major key, and it's very bright, is acknowledging the healthiness of that choice to go back to the beginning. It's a very positive step to acknowledge that approach, and I think, in my opinion, the likelihood of a fantastic outcome is very high. If you approach it with sincerity and you go back to the beginning with the best of intentions, in my experience, those things, play out very well for people. And so we wanted to write the music to reflect that there was a balance, again, a sweet and sour kind of element to it of, yeah, it's a mess, these things happen, but you're making a great choice, and a strong choice, a healthy choice to do the hard thing and go back to the beginning, and reestablish your initial vision and your initial aspirations of what you were trying to accomplish, redesign it and move forward. And to me, that's, at the end of the day, is a positive thing. And I think that song reflects that. So that concludes our deep dive on Back to Where We Started From. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Sometimes there's no reason. Give me something to believe in. You're the air that I'm breathing. There's 100 million stars in the sky. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, waste of a life. Eyes in the front to see what comes. Back to the place where we started from.